Hello, I'm audible now. All right, all right. Okay, I think I have to start from starting. Okay, let's start from scratch. So, hello guys, welcome to this amazing session and with title of a field of spectroscopy and importance of research. In this session, we are going to talk about the importance of research and how it's really impacting our life. So, actually, research is in our every life. Either you are a social media content creator, and either you are a student. It's a part of our life. We need research everywhere. So that's why I'm discussing everything here. Before starting, let's know who I am. So myself, Harsh Rajput, and I'm a high school student, and I'm currently doing some research projects. I have presented my research projects in IT Bombay, IT Patna. I'm also a Jostock speaker, and I'm currently doing many things. We will talk about this later. So let's understand what actually research is. When we talk about research, we have in our mind that research is only for the research scholars, or like who is doing PhD, who is a college student, like they are only doing research. But in actual, research is a need of everywhere, need of everyone. So because when we talk about research, what actually research means, research is not only means for gathering information. It's all about that acquiring your skills, that how you creatively think and you will solve the problems. Like let take an example, why research matters. Because when it's help us to think critically. Look, we have to just ask the right questions. We have to gather this information from the multiple sources, and then we conduct a full research papers. uh, how to start research paper from scratch. Let's talk about this. Like there is a not really big process of the making a research paper. It's really a quite simple, and anyone can start. For example, let's talk about, if we take an example of a like India has a lot of problems, right? We are not lack of problems. We can solve many problems there. Just we have to find a solution, right? So, like for example, getting example that we see a factory, right? And when we see a factory, we saw that there is a chimney where contaminated gases were leaking, and smoke were releasing, and we think that is directly and affecting our health, right? So what can be solution can be we have find the problem. Now it's time to find a solution. What can be solution can be like we make a filter, and then apply it on the chimney so that it can filter the air, right? So this the solution that we think in our mind, that's called hypothesis. That's what I mentioned here. It's called hypothesis. Hypothesis means thinking of the solution that we have in our mind. Not actually I'm saying that you have to just do it, and then just you have to make the solution. No, just you have to think that what are the solution. It can be one, it can be two, it can be three. Like first option is that we can put the filter in that. Second is that we can directly remove that chimney. Just I'm taking factory as example, not considered it problem can be anything, right? So let's take example that I'm taking example of the chimney. So we have now currently three, I mean I have three solutions. Okay, so these are our hypotheses that this can be done to solve this problem. Now what we have to do, this we have to make this formula. We have to formulate the questions related to this, like how this solution going to work. And like you have to do we have to conduct the background research on this, basis on this solution. Like is this solution that we are thinking is already available or not available, then after the hypothesis, then the process is of collecting and analyzing data. Like we have taken the solution, right? And out of which solution work actually. Like it's not necessary that all the solution your work. So just we have to check whether the solution is really impactful or not. So once we are done with the one solution, that solution can we have to analyze the data. Okay, so for example, we take a example of a factory. So how we will calculate this data, how we will analyze this data, it's so simple. we have to just to quality check the air quality of the chimney, gas releasing from the chimney, that how is really contaminated or not contaminated. And if it's really contaminated, then our proposed method, our proposed solution is really impactful or not. It means is applicable and is really able to decrease the level of the contamination of releasing gas or not. So these are the things that we need to do the it's in the process of the research process, and we have to just do it as given. So second is our analyzing data. Then we have to synthesize the information we receive from the data. We have to just analyze it, that uh, is really going to in a way that we want or not. Like if we consider the results will be 5 point something ppm, then it should be 5 point ppm, or is more than or is less, and it's all part of the analyzing the data. Okay, then we need a skill to present the things correctly. Like if we did not able to present our findings to the in a right way, then how will we be able to share our idea, right? So it's really an important factor that how we are presenting our our findings. Yeah, that's the power of our research skills. That's where the 5 Ws and H approach works. Like we must have in our mind who, what, when, where, why. Okay, so there's all the things that we need in a research, and like there's all the things we actually need. So as I mentioned in our paper, that spectroscopy, what is spectroscopy is, and why I mentioned, because I work on a spectroscopy. I work harder on a spectroscopy. I working around from last 1 year working on, I was working on the spectroscopy. And I really have something cool to share with you all. That's why I added topic the spectroscopy, and it's actually the research part. Okay, means we have a study about spectroscopy, right? We have a study about spectroscopy in our schools. We have a study about spectroscopy, like if you in a school we must study the light chapters. Then we have studied that there is a different wavelength of a light. There is different you know. Yeah, frequency of the light, frequency of the sound. We all these things we study in our school, right? So here is the thing, you must see these photos in our books, that there is a different wavelength of each light. Like there is a wavelength of a UV light, there's a wavelength of a visible light, infrared light, there are many light available. Okay, so what we are doing, that we have to find these applications of this any study thing. Like we study spectroscopy, like there is more application we can find in spectroscopy. Like for example, we are taking the example of a spectroscopy. When I study spectroscopy, I found that there is a different wavelength of light. Like there is a different wavelength of light, right? And one of the application of this spectroscopy is itself a X-ray, right? When we go to diagnostic sensor center, we might see that X-ray machine, right? And that X-ray machine works on really on the X-rays, right? So they are taking the specific rays and working on a something some principles, right? Like they are taking the X-rays and taking the X-ray of the bones and etc. So we are taking the infrared light. Okay, so when we start so what we are doing, because let me share my own project, what I have done with the spectroscopy, right? So what I have done, that after studying, I took a leaf sample. Here I've demonstrated picture that I've taken a leaf sample. Okay, and when I interact the and when I incident array, which is around 900 nanometer to 960 nanometer, which is usually considered as near infrared. So when we incident that specific rays to a leaf, uh, I find that there is a absorption of that light. Okay, and there is some reflection, right? So the reflected rays, we think that is really leaf absorbing the light, the way our body can, like X-rays, when we expose the X-ray to our body, there's we can saw the whole skeleton diagram in our X-ray graph. So same I considered for leaf. When we expose the infrared light to the leaf, uh, does the really the visibility of this leaf, like we are checking the chlorophyll content of the leaf specs. We are mainly considering the spectroscopy, chlorophyll of the leaf. So when we incidenting the infrared light, basically there is some absorbance as I said, and there is some reflected rays. So we are mainly capturing that reflected ray, and then we are calculating how much light is absorbed by the leaf, right? So how much light is absorbed by the leaf. So by considering that how much light is absorbed, like there is a different absorbance for each leaf. There is a high absorbance of light in green leaf, as well as there is a low absorbance rate in a dry leaf. So there's different absorption rate in each leaf. So we are just considering that, and we are making charts and then working on it. So the purpose of explaining my project is not to not pitching my research project. The purpose is to check that we study things our school, right? And we just studied, and we done the homework, and what we have studied and done the, prepare for the exam, that's it. But it's not actually the right way to study that something. When we study something in our school, it's our duty to research about it, like how actually work, and the teacher who explains the things is really correct or not. We have to just question it, that how it actually work, okay? And if someone find his application and make some more theory, then why we can't? Okay, so we have to just find this more and more application, why more is more, but once we absorb, when we do deep research in something, we must find anything relevant, and we can find more applications, and we can more done more innovations, right? And and this is the correct way of doing the research, okay? So this is the our my project demonstration. So yes, stages of development, like when you think something, like as I said, when we think something is our hypothesis, then the process is, after doing hypothesis, we have to make a in problem statement, like what actually problem is. You have to describe the problem in a, you have to describe the problem, elaborately. You have to elaborate the whole problem, what actually problem is. The problem include, uh, the problem include how it's impacting our life, and what actually data says. Yes, the data is really important. We have to take the source from the already available reports, like there's some national authority who publish the report, so we have to take the report from there and publish in our research paper, okay? So there's all the things that we have to done the problem statement. Then after the problem, we have to find is solution, like how we are going to solve this problem. And then we have to come this methodology, and this the part of the methodology. Like, it's not about you dream something and you just wake up and you make something. No, it's not the process. The process is really really messy process. And I'm saying just some few examples. Like, I've not taken the photographs my all process, but I'm just considering some photos. Like you can see here in our first photo, you can see that it's a really small sensor that I made it previously, and it's really not working actually. But we have to upgrade that, okay? They are not limited. Yes, I make this sensor, and the what thing I was studying in my classes is not actually working, so it's wrong. No, we have to make it upgrade. We have to find the problem, what the problem in your current model, and then upgrade it. There is a stage of development, first we have to make this sensor like fish, then you have to upgrade something, then you make second, then you again upgrade something, you third, and then after long process making and making, you finally reach at the final product, okay? And what I took that, I did not made directly, okay? I first designed it, okay? It's called prototyping, okay? What is actually a we are just going above the research part. Now it's a part of innovation. Once you done with the research, you have to make the model proper, a proper model, okay? We need a proper model so that we can show that our thesis actually work. It's not only on a paper, okay? So that's why I've done the full research, okay? And then after doing the some research, I made a full a full prototype. That's we have to do the prototyping anyhow. And before prototyping, we have to just think in mind that how actually our model look, and how it's going to be is how it's going to be look, and So we have to and I use the 3D designing, and I've learned the CAD modeling through YouTube. You can also learn CAD modeling in YouTube. It is easily available in YouTube. And I personally suggest that YouTube is the best platform to learn anything. Anything you learn, anything you listen from somewhere, you just type on YouTube and then learn it. It's so simple. It's quite simple. Just I also saw somewhere that a person is first displaying his 3D design, then is showing his model. Then I also personally think that why I don't. So then I started learning the 3D designing, and then made this then learn full designing, and then made our own prototype in our CAD design. So this is how I first made the CAD design, and then after doing the CAD design I made the final prototype. Okay, so this is our first model. And as I said, we do not have to stop at a a specific it is not a specific spot. We have to move ahead. We have to do upgradation in it, and then after doing the final upgradation I reached there. So currently we are working on this final model, and it's it's this final model takes thousands of models to reach there. I have to make thousands of the upgradation to reach here, and still upgradation is continued. Still I'm doing more upgradation in it, working more in it, so that make it more accurable, more cost effective is also one of the factor. Because sorry, because uh when the things are not cost effective and your projects are not cost effective, it's really worth nothing. It's worth something, but it should be applicable for everywhere, for everyone. Okay, so you have to keep in mind that it should be cost effective. So I'm working on it to make it cost effective. So what this device work, how this device work, as I earlier said, is work on the spectroscopy. What this device do, just listen how we go through the process. This is our first device. Okay, and this device just test the just analyze the chlorophyll of the leaf. Okay, is the first application of the spectroscopy. Then we try to find more application, and this is our second model, which is applicable for fruits as well. Yes, we are considering the pesticide level, we are monitoring the pesticide level or a chemical level in fruits and vegetables through the spectroscopy method. Just see it. Just you see that how much application we can find just from one theory. And yes, you can build anything just from the theory. Okay, so this is our final model, and we are working on more in it. And soon it will be patented. Soon it is a file patented file project, and soon it will be patent as well, full patent. So this is how actually the research plus innovations work. And I personally think that research is not made for any special like PhD scholars or like college. No, we all need research, whether you are a school student, as I said earlier as well, you are a content writer, whether you are anyone, you need some proper research for anything. And if you are in research field, then you are going to rock. Okay, so these are the things. Yes, you must be good in a oral presentation. Okay, because oral presentation is something that really need while you presenting your paper. Okay, because as I already said, how we are going to show our project is really important. If we are not able to show our work, if we are not able to show our findings, then how will we able to present the things correctly. So it's really important. Then second is visual representation. You have to show the photographs of the work we have done. And you have to show your work of the photo of share the photos you have done. You have to share the data that you have get through the process, and there's all the things you have to do. And yeah, you are ready to present your paper. So that's all for today. And thank you so much for listening. It's really a nice talking with you all, guys. Thanks to Ronit and Khyati for inviting me. It's really a nice session I ever had, because I personally think that insights will be shared so that everyone can start Everyone can start their own journey, everyone can start their own research, everyone can do innovations. Yeah, just all the best to everyone. Thank you.